and it seems like it goes right out the window.
What's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. And some space here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright. And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
On 2nd down, Kamara. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 85 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. The Saints at 2-1 now to start the campaign. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display.
Touchdown, New Orleans! Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 75. And the Saints lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then,
he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Take it in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Finding space at the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Maybe a free play here. Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Throwing, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3, now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Cousins. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the 1st quarter. That was an important response for them to score, already down 21.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Now in the 6th season, Kamara just continues to be one of the best dual-purpose backs in football. He's never missed a Pro Bowl, and he has the most total yards in the NFL since entering the league in 2017. He actually played in his fewest games in a season last year and still had over 1,300 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Dalton off play action. And his throw here's incomplete.
So this game here in London, the first of 5 games in the NFL International next week. Broncos and Jags at Wembley at the end of the month. The Seahawks and the Bucs, that'll be in November in Munich, Germany. First time a game's been held there. And then we wrap up down in Mexico City, November 21st. Cardinals and Niners from Estadio Azteca.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Cousins now on 2nd down. He's going to take another shot here. He's got a man complete. Touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, 87 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. And that's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. In motion left goes a tight end. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
3rd down from the gun. Dalton. And he goes down. Dalton couldn't get rid of it, and that will be a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They caught him on back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play, and on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
A beautiful spin and room to run. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
First down. Here's Cousins. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Now an end around as Cousins will just pop this forward. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. K.J. Osborne, his first touchdown on the year. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. From the 6. And he returns this to the 22. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Over here.
First and 10 for Dalton. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
If you're